course was the vision of Dr. Bradshaw's. There was a need, and the need was well documented by the United Nations report that virtually every country in the world is experiencing growth in the number and proportion of older adults. And the population aging is poised to become one of the most significant social transformations of the 21st century, with impacts on just about every sector of society. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 3 of the 2030 Agenda is to ensure healthy lives and well-being for just about every age group. So the vision was there, and we rose under our leadership of the then Dean, Dr. Bradshaw. The course, The Health of Older Adults, is of primary concern as increasing longevity is typically associated with increased morbidity and disability due to chronic illnesses. The Elderly Care Provider course is designed to develop the knowledge and skills of individuals by providing an educational experience that prepare elderly care providers to confidently and competently care for their older clients. This course was first introduced in May 2019. 36 persons completed it then, and to date, we're happy to say that 141 participants have completed the course, of which 4 were males. The course intent was to offer the course once a year. However, with the demand and the increasing persistence of Dr. Hanley, or Deputy PM, Dr. Bradshaw was forced to offer it twice yearly, one in the first half of the year and the other in the second half. Now, the course ran for a 12-week period with 6 weeks that was dedicated to theory and skills practice at our Division of Health Sciences, and that covered 31 hours. And this was followed by 36 hours of clinical placement, and this would have been completed in a 6-week period. An evaluation of the course was done through an examination, and students or graduates here were successful in the examination with a pass mark of 50% and above, as well as completing their 36 hours in the clinical area. Now, the elderly care is designed for individuals who intend to provide dignified, effective, and compassionate care to the elderly in healthcare settings, in homes or long-term care facilities. The elderly care provider assists the elderly, the sick, or the disabled adult in long-term care facilities, in homes or health agency with the need, meeting their daily need. This course is in line with CFBC's mission to provide opportunities for individuals to make lifelong contributions to their communities, as well as to develop their career paths and other opportunities offered to them. Now, during this program, our outcomes were highlighted as demonstrating the knowledge and skills and attitudes of a confident and competent elderly care provider, enhance home care or long-term care facilities practice to better meet the healthcare needs of the aging population, and to provide dignified, effective, and compassionate care to vulnerable elderly in the healthcare settings. Also, our graduates were taught to communicate effectively and to collaborate with interdisciplinary healthcare team members in the care of the elderly adult. Now, I stand as a representation of the Health Sciences Division in congratulating our graduates and congratulating the Minister for taking up the mandate, for recognizing the need to meet the needs of our aging population. Elderly care providers are committed to support families to improve availability, accessibility, acceptability, and quality of care services for older adults, so as to promote their autonomy, their dignity, their independence, and their human rights to quality care. Thank you.
On February 20th, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis launched the Ministry of Youth, Aging, and Disabilities. This new ministry will ensure that no one is left behind, no one. So I take pleasure in inviting the ministry's permanent secretary, Mrs. Janelle Lewis-Tafari, to give brief remarks.
U.S. Senator John Hoeven is quoted as saying, "Caring for our seniors is one of the greatest responsibility we have. Those who walked before us have given so much and made possible the life we all enjoy. I do not need to repeat what the good lecturer has stated. If we simply look around our society today, we will realize that persons are living longer. We see them on our streets, in our churches, in our homes. There are also those that we do not see, those that are isolated, those that are kept away from the wider community. Our citizens are surpassing the biblical 70 years. Just yesterday, one of our very own in Sandy Point celebrated 101 years. Longevity, as noted by Mrs. Smith Anthony, may bring several challenges. Some, as a result of family members who have to go to work to earn a living, they may end up leaving their family members alone at home, leading to loneliness, depression, and earlier onset of illnesses like dementia and Alzheimer's. There's poverty amongst our seniors as they struggle to survive on fixed incomes. They also have to cope with various illnesses that threaten their well-being. So caring for older persons is a growing sector or a growing need in our community. And the ministry commends the CFBC, in particular, Dr. Dennis Bradshaw, for not only recognizing the need, but responding to it by developing and implementing a relevant course offering training to persons. And since then, we have seen the growth in the industry. We have seen persons who have opened their own home care services, and then persons have now begun to offer transportation services, and there is still room for growth. On a regular basis, we receive applications from family members for home care assistance. We can't keep up. We can't. And one of the things the Honorable Minister promised us in our first meeting was 30 home care officers, because he saw the need that was out there and he committed the ministry to meeting that need, to ensuring that our older citizens, those who wish to remain at home, can receive quality care. Now the industry, the sector is growing. However, it remains largely unregulated. So this is another need that we do need to work on, and work will be done on this in the medium term. So there are many persons who would indicate that they want to work with older persons. They've looked after their mothers, their grandmothers. They like being around older people. But not many persons can appreciate what caring for an older person really entails.
Yes.
And I am sure that many of you who are graduating today, when you got out there to do your practical assignments, you may have noticed, oh, I was not expecting this. But you stuck with it, which means that you're really committed and passionate about it. Because it's not just about making money, it's about making a difference in the lives of people. It is more than a job. It is a profession. And you as caregivers, you must remain fully committed, compassionate, tolerant, knowledgeable, honest, and patient. The lessons that will be stored upon you, I am sure, help you have a better understanding of how to deal with the issues and the matters that you will find when taking care of your older persons. You now understand why they may do some of the things that they do, and you're now able to better cope. I also hope that you are also taught about self-care. I think the lecturer is confirming that that was taught because it is important. You can't care for others if you don't care for yourself. So this course allows us in St. Kitts and Nevis to provide a higher standard of care for our older citizens. I must also commend the STEP program. Jennifer Evelyn, the acting director, Marjorie, Jordan, the training coordinator, and both our ministry and the STEP program were led by the Deputy Prime Minister. So the STEP program is a training program. It's not just about giving people jobs, it's about filling gaps in our society. There is a need. We are going to fill that gap. We're going to provide persons with the relevant skills to meet the needs in our society. I also commend the course facilitators and those places, the institutions that open their doors to the trainees. Without their help, you would have missed a very important aspect of your training, because it's not just about the theory. It's the actual doing, the hands-on. That's where you're really able to separate the persons who just want a job and those who are really, really committed to working with older persons. And I left the best for last, the graduating class. Now, there could be several reasons why you joined this class. It may have been a job requirement. Maybe you have an older parent at home that you are taking care of. Or maybe your parent isn't quite there yet, but you're thinking ahead. Maybe you're looking for more skills that you can be more attractive to employers. Whatever the reason was, you craved knowledge and you craved skills. And I know as adults, doing courses is not always easy. We like to say, oh, my brain is old now. But learning is a lifelong exercise. Yes, we should never stop learning. But as adults, we have these other commitments. We have children, we have our jobs, we have things that take up our time. So I know adult learning can be a challenge. Yet, you stuck with it. You set a goal and you accomplished it. And that is no minor matter. So you persevered. So enjoy your moment today. Celebrate. Pat yourselves on the back. You did it. My wish for you is that you accept this accomplishment as a stepping stone along your journey in doing your part to improving the quality of life of our older persons. I began with a quote, I'm going to leave with a quote. And this one is from Maya Angelou. The horizon leans forward, offering new space to place new steps of change. End of quote. Be agents of positive change in the lives of older persons in our communities. Graduates, go out now and change the lives for the better of those older citizens in our community. Congratulations.
I am elated this morning to be here at this graduating ceremony of the persons who participated in our home care program at the CFBC. Elated because another dream I am able to say I have lived it. This week, I think, will be one of our happiest weeks in the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, more so aging and disability. I say that because on Monday of this week, we launched our senior daycare at 3 community centers. And I think that deserves, I won't say a wow, but that deserves an applause. I say that because when I decided to enter into the political arena, there were a number of things that I spoke about, and I didn't speak of them because I was soliciting votes. I did it because it was a passion and a conviction. As someone who have spent all of my life dealing with the seniors or the elderly, as we would call them, and of course the youth, but I'm focusing on the elderly, I recognize that there was always a need for us to do some more. And it really pained me most of the times when I went to take care of some of these elderly persons, the condition that some of them find themselves in. Many would have served this country in different areas, and it was very painful to see that. And I said to myself, I will try my best to make a difference. And since as a teenager on to now, this is a practice that I continue. And when I was able to announce that I will turn our community centers into senior daycare centers, many thought that it would not happen, but today we are living the reality, and my aim is throughout the entire country. Every day our seniors will have an opportunity to go to our community centers and taken care of. We cannot leave our seniors at home for them to be thinking all sorts of things. And one of the things that they normally think of, because like I say, a lot share with me. Sometimes they whisper their family don't care about them anymore. And when they give you those stories of the investments that they would have made in some of their family members, and now they're at the stage where they need someone by their sides, and that is not so, tears would always run from their eyes. And I made a commitment that whatever I can do, now that I am the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister with responsibility for aging and disabilities and social development and the whole long yards, that we are going to do what we have to do. And immediately I said we must train 30 persons to serve as home care officers. We started off with 25, but you know, sometimes these things happen. Nonetheless, I say congratulations to you, those who are successful. Congratulations for giving us in the STEP program an opportunity to sow a seed in your life and eventually your business. I don't want you to see this as something that you must remain on the STEP program, but look at other opportunities that you can market yourself. With your certificate from the CFBC College, that is a recognized certificate. That is indicating to the world that you are super qualified to take care of the seniors. I must also say to you as well, in discussion with an overseas institution who normally do accreditation, I mentioned to them the program that we were running at CFBC. And immediately they indicated that this is an area that they might be able to assist in. So CFBC is to provide me, well, through the nursing division, health and sciences, the actual curriculum or the course outline so that we can send off to that institution with your grades and everything, and you might be surprised. You will also be receiving another certification that would be recognized in Canada and those other places. And those of you who know me know that we are going to work on this before the end of this year, because I don't want anybody to change their minds. But to you, the graduates, it is going to be a challenge out there in the community. And in addition to what we have here, in the STEP program, we also have additional home care officers who are working in the communities. At least I have in East Bastia. So there isn't any reason now for persons to be saying that they don't have anybody to help them with their aging or their bedridden relative, because the services are available. I say to you, as you go out there every morning, go out to do your work with a mindset of doing your best. Always be prayed up. Always be prayed up. In the golden years of one's life, that is when you have most of the attacks from the enemy trying to get our seniors. Part of your job, a part of delivering the care to them, is to also remind them every day that God is good, and they ought to be trusting Him, and they ought to be believing in Him. I speak experience to you. The best feeling I've ever had was when I took care of my mom in her last moments. It was a feeling I cannot explain it, but it was worth it. And 6 years have passed. I haven't cried yet, but I am telling you, you will enjoy it. Never mind some of the challenges that you'll be facing. The reason why I emphasize that you must be prayed up, because the devil, he is going to use you as well. And he's going to start working on you to tell you that he know what he doing, or she know what she doing, so she shouldn't be doing that, or she shouldn't say that. 99% of the time, Dr. Bradshaw will tell you, and Dr. Archibald, they really don't know. So once you are prayed up, you will be guided. Care for them. Be empathetic. Love them. Thank them also for their contributions. And you will be surprised to see how your life will take another direction. When they are not connected, they are going to say that you will feed them. That's okay. Don't argue with them. Just say you're ready to eat again. And they're going to put down something, and then they're going to say you take it up. All you have to say, you want, okay, let us go and look for it. Come help me look for it. They always want to be engaged. So I ask of you to give of your best. Money is not all. Some of you might be lucky. You might walk into money because there are some of them who have a mindset already that who take care of them will get what they have. Don't try to trick them either. But I believe that you are going to enjoy your experience taking care of the seniors. From the STEP program, whatever we can do to further enhance one's development, that is exactly what we are doing. I think we have about 5, 6, 7 already assigned or will be assigned to the Cardin home, eventually, and Paxton Hospital, wherever they are. 7. Eventually, those will become permanent placements. And as we get you in permanent spots, we get the opportunity to train more people. I'm happy to hear that the message was already received at CFBC that I need another cohort start outside of the cycle that they would normally do. Because like I said, the aim is to penetrate the country with these home care officers so that our seniors can really age in dignity. To all of you again, congratulations to the director of the STEP program. I don't even remember. I didn't recognize me. I want to thank her and her team, Ms. Jordan, for really zero in on this. Because when I asked them about the graduation, there was kind of iffy, and I said no. And if I had a little bit more time, it would have been a different thing. But forgive me and I apologize. But don't get upset if the other cohort takes a different style. But you guys are the history makers, so we are really, really appreciative of your service, and I look forward to one-on-one with you guys, sharing of your experiences and even indicating to us how we can better serve our community. I'm going to put the director on a spot now, and that she need to go and find some uniforms for you all. So we'll work on that so that there can be some sort of uniformity when you go out, so people can recognize, and you must feel proud of your accomplishments. Your past, you were successful. Many started and did not complete, so you give God thanks for your accomplishments. And I wish you all the very best, and thank you very, very much. God bless you.
Thank you for those remarks, Mr. Minister. The uniforms, as the youngins would say, too easy.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Right into the presentation of the certificates. Melissa Hazel. Maricia Bailey. Kevin Maynard. Shelley Cannonier. Caroline Body Bridgewater. Sherry Jeffers. Rosemary Huggins. Ivory Shari. Charmaine Jeffers. Kemeshla Challenger. Christine Jeffers. Shirley Willett. Shauna Williams. Agnes Mills. Latessa Percival. And Lilith Biggs Marischal.